All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NBA show. Wednesday, February 8th, probably like a little over 24 hours from the trade deadline. LeBron James made NBA history last night. And yeah, we got a loaded schedule, so let's just, we're going to queue up this random auto generated countdown. All right. What is up? So I imagine, it's 9:15 here. I imagine Cyro will be joining us at some point in today's show. He posted something late last night. It was like only a couple hours ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm an hour ahead of him. So kind of figured it was a long shot, but I should have had this one ready to go. It really sucks I can't brag about LeBron James right now to somebody in person. Uh, they stopped the game. LeBron hit it in the end of the third quarter. It was actually really awesome. LeBron was playing a great basketball game. I was very surprised he only ended with 38, but it was extremely efficient. He went 4 of 6 from downtown, 13 of 20 from the field. He had a couple of steals. He had a couple of assists, 38 points. The worst part is the Lakers were down, and the Lakers lost the game. They lost the game. So it's really tough. But OKC is a very hungry team. Let's pull up the NBA standings. I'm imagining that Oklahoma has not gone anywhere. That they might even be in the playoffs right now as we speak. Oh no, okay, they're half a game out of the playoffs, sitting at 26 and 28. So Oklahoma City is very legit. They're extremely legit. But also from the Lakers standpoint, you can't have 20 turnovers and win a game. This isn't AAU. You can't have that many turnovers and ever win a basketball game. So we're going to talk trades today, and I have to talk Russell Westbrook trades because it just has to happen. Not last night, though. Russell Westbrook definitely wasn't their biggest issue. He had 6 turnovers, though. He had 6 turnovers. He did go 4-7 from downtown. But you guys know what they say. They say pressure can bust a pipe, but, it can also create diamonds. So LeBron James, what he did is truly amazing because, he had crazy expectations coming into the league, and he exceeded them. He exceeded them, which is unreal. I'm trying to think of an NBA comparison right now. It's like if Victor Wembanyama comes into the league next year and has a career better than, I don't think Kareem's the best comparison, like as far as game style goes, but like hopefully you kind of get the gist of that. It's like Luka Doncic having a better career than LeBron James. It's crazy. There's so much pressure on these young guys coming out of LeBron's case, coming out of high school to perform at this level, and he went above and beyond. He went above and beyond. LeBron's having a great season, and whether or not you liked they did like a nice little 10-minute ceremony, which I was a big fan of because I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is probably something I'll never see again. I'll probably never see anybody break the scoring record with my own 2 eyes. And, if I do, it'll be a very long time from now. It was cool he said fuck at the end of it. I know Skip Bayless had some tweets to say about that. It was really funny. But, you could tell he's in the moment. Another thing I picked up was Kareem's kind of a weird dude, but to be honest with you, he was probably just tired and trying to go home and get some sleep, get some shut eye. So there were a lot of celebrities at the game. Jenny Buss put her hands on Dwayne Wade and gave him like a little bit of a massage. There's like a 20-second clip going on Twitter that is going viral. You know what? I'm sure I could actually find that right now if anybody has seen that, because it's just weird. Also, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We're live every single day. And yeah, That's really about it. I don't think there's too many shows on YouTube that go live every day. All right, let's pull this up. And you can also follow our Twitter right here. Yeah, this is weird.
Over. There's Jeannie Buss. Yeah. Dwayne Wade.
Ooh,
Dwayne Wade obviously came
over. There's Jeannie Buss.
She loves that.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade obviously.
Did Dwayne Wade just do a hand gesture? Like,
Dwayne Wade.
Oh no,
Dwayne Wade
obviously. Like, oh, can you get like this spot? So yeah, it's just kind of a funny situation going on. But Mike Muscala turned back the clock, which was cool. Always cool to see that. I don't know. History was made. The commercial was ready to go right after it. I'm sure that was anticipated. And what else was there? Oh, like before the fourth quarter started, you had what was it? It was Snoop Dogg, and then you had Magic, which those two make sense. LA, Magic played for the Lakers even. And then you had Drake in the club. And that was so cheesy. That was so corny. But obviously that's like right on brand for Mr. Drake. So, yeah. Good night, but not at the end of the night for the Lakers because, I know everybody like loves to hate on LeBron, but come on, man. I didn't need to see the Thunder win. But from a basketball standpoint, good for them. All right. We'll just keep hammering away some recaps here. At the end of that Knicks game, and the one thing I think everybody's noticed here is just how good Jalen Brunson is. I mean, 25 points, 5 assists, 2 steals last night, 9 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown. The thing I have with Julius Randle is like, he's a great player. He's not a number one option. Jalen Brunson's that guy. Julius Randle turns the ball over every time at the worst possible time. It's every game or it's every other game when it's just like, yeah, like, all right, the one thing we can't do right now is turn the ball over, and Julius Randle just like turned the ball over. But tough night for RJ. I don't know. Jalen Brunson is just, he's just that guy. It's as simple as that. He's that guy. And the Knicks are definitely one of those teams. This is such a fascinating trade deadline because everybody's kind of wondering, in general, what's going to happen here for most teams in the league. Like literally name any team, and it's like, oh yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. Usually it's a little bit more. Trade deadline's never like clear and cut, but usually you have probably a better gauge on stuff that's going to happen. Like I could not tell you what any team is going to do. Toronto, we'll talk about Toronto later on in the show. But the Knicks, does OG Anunoby get you to that next level? If Jalen Brunson continues to improve, which is crazy, maybe he does. Maybe he does. And I think, on the other standpoint, it wasn't a beautiful game. It was only 102 to 106, 102 to 98. Orlando was definitely the best, worst team in the league. It's not even close. Hey, what's up, Sony? Hey, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. What's good, bro? GG's to the king. But Kobe will always be my favorite and the GOAT to me. I cannot believe I forgot to put Cam Thomas in the title. It's unbelievable. Anyways, Kobe will always... That's cool, man. Kobe's a dog. We were talking a little bit about Kobe yesterday. Unfortunately, my Bulls fandom kind of has me just in most facets have MJ over Kobe. But that's certainly not a crazy take. But I seriously can't believe I forgot to have Cam Thomas in that title. But anyways, should we fix it? Oh, who cares? Let's talk a little bit of Cam Thomas because this man is on an absolute tear right now. He had a third straight 40-point game. Another one of those games where the Nets end up losing. It really sucks. They're wasting these 40-point games. Cam Thomas last night, 18 to 20 from the free throw line, 43 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. he's just on a special tear. I always, 47 last night against the Clippers, and they lost that. And then last Saturday, he had 44 against the Washington Wizards. And the man's just he's literally on a tear. And then he started off the month with a nice 19-point game in 24 minutes. So you got to play him. I mean, it's as simple as that. You got to play him. And I think people are starting to realize, oh, man, Cam Thomas might be good at basketball. He might be actually really good at basketball. And that is what he is. He's really good at basketball. If I'm not mistaken, he averaged like 47 points in summer league. It was insane. You're thinking, oh, maybe he's gonna have, this crazy impact on this team. And they starts off the year with like 16 minutes. And December we saw 10 minutes, and last month we saw 14 minutes. So it's just kind of staying around that range. But I mean, he put up 10 points in 14 minutes on 54% from the field, 43% from downtown. So I think that was kind of like, you kind of have to play Cam Thomas. Whether you want to or not, you have to play Cam Thomas. So, looking at this Nets team, and Nets team is just another one of those. And, obviously the trade deadline is tomorrow. So all this is a little bit more emphasized. But the Nets are another one of those teams where I couldn't tell you what they're going to do. I really couldn't tell you. All I know is this. When you trade away Kyrie Irving, I don't care who you're getting back. You don't improve. You don't improve. Same like the Utah Jazz. Like, all right, let's trade Donovan Mitchell to Cleveland. I don't care who I'm getting back. Maybe I'm getting Laurie back. Maybe I'm better in the long run. Maybe I'm better by the end of the season. But, you just trade Kyrie to the Mavs. Like, you just lost Kyrie Irving. So you didn't improve in any way, except for maybe veteran leadership and more reliability. I guess you did improve in reliability, and reliability goes a very, very long way, especially in today's day and age. So Spencer Dinwiddie, I wouldn't be surprised if he got flipped. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be flipped for. It's not on a horrible contract. It's just the bigger issue is, all right, the point guards are there's not many mid-tier point guards, because if you're the Brooklyn Nets, it's not like, all right, let's trade for John Wall or let's trade for Derrick Rose, because at that point we'll just keep Spencer Dinwiddie. But you have to make a big-time splash. Like, oh, okay, is Fred VanVleet available? Or we got to give Toronto, I know he's on an expiring contract, but, we got to give a little bit of extra value to acquire a stud like Freddie V. And the last month at least, this man has done nothing but improve his trade value. And, we'll talk Raps probably right after this, because I thought it was so funny, like the GM situation, Masai and Siakam are meeting up, and it's this big deal, and we're 2 days away from the trade deadline, and then the video surfaces of them meeting up, and they're just like dapping each other up, and that's it. It's like a 5-second just dap up, and how you doing? So anyways, Brooklyn, you can't trade Clax. I think that should be perfectly clear. I think right now we're kind of seeing it. You shouldn't trade Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas was one of their more valuable trade pieces because of his, youth and his age and his potential. But you don't trade guys who are dropping 40 3 straight nights. If you are, I better get like, I don't even know. I better get like Freddie V and OG. Like, dude, I don't even want to think about a Cam Thomas trade anymore. So some names I wouldn't be surprised with are Seth Curry. I don't think Seth Curry will happen because he's just kind of a leader, more of a vet. But I guess you could say that with a lot of these guys. Royce O'Neal, I don't think he goes anywhere. Joe Harris, I imagine, is going to be traded. I don't know quite how you trade for Joe Harris, but I do think that'll happen. Utah's not going anywhere. Maybe Patty, but I doubt that as well. I don't know who they trade or how they trade them, but they got an assortment of players. So let's turn this stream into overact or oh yeah, here we go. Interactive. Pull up these trade rumors. And We got a fat ad right here. Hopefully that isn't playing a noise. Yeah. All right. Clippers and Suns are interested in. Hey, what's up, Thomas Perry? Should we just do a little rap? Let's just, we'll do a little rap talk for Thomas. How you doing? I heard Lillard was in talks to go into the Lakers for Russ. Oh my goodness. Wow. We'll dive into that soon, I'm imagining. Win against Memphis last night. I actually don't even really know what to say at this point about the Toronto Raptors. I just am kind of assuming it's done. I'm just assuming that. By done, I mean, they're still only 11th in the East, but now they're 5 games. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got Thomas. Yeah, I didn't mind that. All of my friends agreed with you, and most of Twitter agreed with this comment, but I don't know. I wanted that. I wanted it. I liked it. I don't have any issues with it. I thought it would be really crappy if they didn't do something like that. So Raps are gonna blow it up, I believe. I'm hoping we get 8. Oh, okay. So you're saying by blow it up, do you mean Freddie Double V and OG? Or are we throwing Pascal in there? Are we also throwing Gary Trent in there? I don't think trading away Pascal Siakam is the worst thing you could do. I really don't. I love OG as well. I don't think trading him is the worst thing they could do. But it's unfortunate, man. The rap season didn't go as planned, and I don't know. Freddie, oh, here we go. Freddie and OG out, possibly Siakam as well. You never know. Yeah, you do never know. What's Siakam's age? I'm going to guess 28. But, yeah, 28. I remember like a year ago, I was in school and I was taking the bus back home. I don't know what I was listening to because I didn't listen to too many NBA stuff. And I think I was just getting ready for a Raps video, and we were talking about it. I think I was listening to like Lockdown Raptors or something like that. And like, Siakam's 27. Like, oh wow, yeah, it's not that old at all. It's all good. I like our management. Look at things turned around. Yeah, retool might be in their best interest. Get rid of some of these bigger contracts. I really like Precious Achua. I absolutely love Precious Achua. Christian Koloko is another enticing guy, and that's the only thing I'm thinking with DeAndre Ayton is, oh shoot, what happens, if that goes down. But I guess that's a problem you solve in later dates, and Christian's just he's a rookie, so he's got some time. I love Gary Trent. 19 points a game. He's like a top dog in steals for most of the year last year. So, all right, let's get into some rumors here. Oh, wait, I got pulled up. Yeah. Oops, hype. So, I'm imagining we'll see a trade today. I'm not quite sure what the trade's going to be. Clippers Suns interested in Eric Gordon. I don't know why the Rockets, if this is a real report, I don't know why the Rockets turned down 4 first-round picks for Eric Gordon. I mean, they must feel comfortable they can get some type of draft pick or some type of young player. When I hear the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Clippers, I'm not necessarily thinking youth. The Rockets aren't going to be able to pry away Terrence Mann. I don't think Jay Sean Tate's going to be in any of these trades. It wouldn't shock me if he was, or if KJ Martin was. Yeah, I know Rocket fans really love KJ Martin. I really love KJ Martin Jr. as well. But, I mean, if he requested a trade in the summer after his second year, I wonder, it doesn't seem like it can. It doesn't seem like it's a situation that it can improve that much better. Wise, I don't know. We'll see, man. But I don't know why you would turn down 4 second-round picks to get rid of Eric Gordon, because 4 second-round picks are a lot of second-round picks. But we all know, here's the thing, man. I trade Eric Gordon. I want some vets because, we've seen NBA player after, Austin Rivers really harped on him for this recently. Who was it as well that harped on the Rockets again? The Rockets need some type of vet. They just need some type of vet. And, if we trade away Eric Gordon, we lose that vet. But it's not the worst. It might not be the worst thing in the world. If they always want to bring Eric Gordon back, they can bring Eric Gordon back. I think, you're 13-41, tough road trip ahead, which is good. The good news is this. I believe this is the last year for a while, or it might be at least 1 year. Basically, the Rockets have our own pick. We have our pick in the draft, and I don't think that's the case in at least the next year. I think that's when it switches on over to Brooklyn's pick. So, I'm all for losing. You just can't win with Rocket fans right now. We'll lose a game 120-140 to Sacramento, and it'll be like, oh, I need more from Jalen Green. His head isn't there. He's on Instagram after the game, and then they'll win a game, and it'll be like, this team is winning too much, and we're screwing up our future. It's just it's a tough fan situation going on right now, as it kind of is usually when teams have 13 wins over halfway through the mark. Man, I don't care about. Dude, this is crazy. Why are there so many game previews? I've never seen that ever. Cam Thomas, youngest player to score 40-plus points in 3 years. Warriors could save $121 million. All right, here's a rumor. Bucks interested in Derrick Rose. I think that would imply, to me, that they're getting rid of George Hill. So, yeah, we're about 30 hours away from the deadline. All right, I'm not reading today. It's not a read day. We're just going to breeze through these, and if anything comes, we'll talk about it. Oh, yeah, the Kyrie stuff was pretty interesting in his post-game, or in his, introduction presser. Kyrie Irving. Things change when front office and people around were not being honest. If I was, and this is something I talked about all year, is, if I was Kyrie, I don't understand why I would want to be in Brooklyn long term. I love Jack Vaughn. I don't think it's a coaching situation. You guys know, if we got OGs watching this show right now, my thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets management. They have no idea what they're doing. They have literally no idea what they're doing. Joe Tsai's a nerd, as most owners are, but the worst thing is he's a PC nerd. So he's not a cool nerd like Steve Ballmer. He's a nerd where it's like, oh no, our team's getting bad press. We have to go buy them cupcakes and have a 2-page paper on our mistake. Sean Marks has. He's out welcoming his stay. It's as simple as that. Maybe the issue was Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie is not. I understand it. Kyrie Irving's not he's not an ideal teammate for most people, right? Sure, it pissed off a lot of people. He pisses off a lot of people on his team included. But if I'm Kyrie and I had to jump through all these hoops, just because I made a mistake, I shouldn't have tweeted out that link. Apologized, but there is an explanation to it. Here's that explanation. It won't happen again. Blah blah blah. And Joe Tsai and the Brooklyn Nets are like, yeah, you know what? We're all set. Here's 5 hula hoops, and you have to keep all 5 of these spinning for the next 14 days. Otherwise, we're not even going to entertain you coming back here. So, I don't know. It doesn't surprise me at all. And I'm imagining, we talked about this a couple of days ago. I'm imagining that Kyrie Irving re-signs a max contract with the Dallas Mavericks, which is crazy when you really break it down. But we haven't seen it yet, and we won't see it even tonight because I believe Luka's out. But Kyrie, I'm pretty positive Kyrie's making his debut. So, yes. All right. Yeah, we talked about the Siakam situation, which was just stupid. Devin Booker officially available to make his return against Brooklyn. Did that happen last night? No way. If it was off the bench. Oh, here we go. I don't think Devin Booker was back last night, to my knowledge. Still a good win nonetheless for the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker was back last night. I'm an idiot. That is tough. Tough look for the brand there. Perfect. I did what I was supposed to do. Dinwiddie expects to remain in Brooklyn through the trade deadline. Yeah. We just talked about that. Jason Kidd on Mavericks. This is Luka Doncic's team. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dwayne Dedmon got traded to San Antonio. That was a headliner last night. Then Nets trade Kessler Edwards to Sacramento. Yeah. Draft rights, cash considerations. So I still think something is definitely coming around for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know what it's going to be. So that's all we got going on today as far as trades go. It's a little wow, whoa. Kyrie Irving deletes apology to Jewish community from social media. Why is that news? I guess it doesn't really feel like news. I don't know. Kevin Durant had interest in trade to Phoenix over the summer. Ice. Nuggets, Pistons have had talk. It's just all the same stuff, man. The Bulls are going to be a really fascinating team at the deadline here. That is for damn sure. I have no idea what's going to happen. What's this? Kevin Durant's not getting traded. Russell Westbrook. Yeah, this is the trade I saw yesterday or something similar. I saw yesterday Russ and I don't think there was any draft pick associated to. I think it was just Russ and maybe a second round pick. I think the report was just draft consideration or draft compensation. So it could be the first round pick. I don't think that's what they meant, but it was Mike Conley, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley for Russell Westbrook and draft compensation. And I think that's the trade you should do. And, we should have, if you're the Lakers, they should have done that trade yesterday. So Siakam, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's worse odds than a coin flip, but as Thomas was saying, it could happen. Chris Paul, I don't think you can improve by trading away Chris Paul. I don't think they're at that level yet. Even though their team is pretty nice when they're fully healthy, they got a nice squad. I don't know what point guard you'd be able to trade to make that happen. The answer wasn't even Kyrie, but maybe Kyrie would help them get over the hump. But I still think they'd be better with Kyle Lowry or Chris Paul, as much as I have opinions on CP0. Yeah, blow it up, trade Chris Paul, trade Siakam, trade Ayton to the Suns, to the Raptors. It doesn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense to me. Kyle Lowry is interesting. I don't know how it would go down. Jake Fisher's in every single trade rumor around this time. It's a tough contract, dude. I don't really want to read all this. He's not having a good year at all. That doesn't help. Kyle Lowry is not having a good year, and I think I just saw a report that like Jimmy Butler or some players on the Heat were fed up with Kyle Lowry. Yeah, you never know how much stock to put in that. Probably zero. Ben Simmons, there's nothing. Nobody's trading for Ben Simmons. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing. If the Nets decide to move KD, their return would be greater this summer than it would be before Thursday's deadline. Exactly. Hey, we got Hoodie Mello in here. Go Sports. Damn straight. Yeah. Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. We already talked about this. Raptors just shown interest in Dinwiddie. That was the one thing we talked about was like, if you're gonna do it, yeah, I mean, just probably has to be with Toronto because nothing else is really an upgrade. You're not about to trade for Derrick Rose to be your starting point guard. So love you, D Rose. Lowry just loving life. He earned it. Miami made a poor decision, and I'm sure you'll take Precious Achua as well. Mike Conley definitely is getting traded. I don't think he does not. I also think my take is I think Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, and Mike Conley's trade value is lower than most people imagine. I think Jared Vanderbilt is really talented, but I feel like some people may view him as like, just under a star. And, he does a lot of things right, but he also does a lot of things wrong. So, like, I'll take him over Jay Crowder. I'll probably take Jay Crowder over Jared Vanderbilt if I'm a contending team right now. If I'm a team like the Jazz, Jared Vanderbilt's pretty enticing to me. I don't know. Yeah. Conley's huge for him. I mean, he's absolutely huge for him. Conley's having a phenomenal year, too. He steps up whenever they need him to step up. That's exactly what he does. OG Anunoby. Multiple teams have been linked to the Raptors swingman recently. Is it going to happen this year? It's like the Miles Turner situation. Like, we talk about this every damn year. I want to say yes, but I also just the concept of that happening is crazy to me. Hey, what's good, MC? Appreciate you pulling up. What do you guys think? Is OG Anunoby getting traded? Everything points to yes. The entire league is interested in him. He was balling his ass off. We know he's a great defensive player. He can shoot threes. He was balling his ass off when guys were injured, and he was the number one option. He's on a reasonable contract. The Raptors are 5 games below 500. Like, OG's on the most reasonable contract in basketball, and you have him for at least another year and a half. He's on 17.3 this year, 18.6 next year, and then he's got a player option for just under $20 million. So, I mean, you got several years with OG Anunoby. Why would you not? I think all these teams really should look into it. The Pelicans are interesting. Oh, man, the Pelicans are a really fascinating basketball team. I don't think it would be in their worst interest to make a move for OG. The Grizzlies definitely, regardless of if it's like, the Pelicans are interested in OG because they don't want him to go to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are interested in OG because they don't want him to go to the Pelicans. Either way, both teams should be interested in him. The New York Knicks, the only contingency I have with the New York Knicks is he's not a lefty. Portland, yes. We've been talking about that for a very long time as well. The Lakers, that's kind of funny that they're in there. I didn't even know I guess anything is possible, but that was never something I thought would happen. If it does, cool. Good. That would be scary. Definitely. A shooter. And the Nets, yeah, every team, OG Anunoby to the Rockets, all right. OG Anunoby to the Thunder, all right. OG Anunoby to the Bulls, all right. OG Anunoby to any 30 team in the league is like, yeah, okay, that works. D'Angelo Russell. Interesting. The Clippers are taking a long, hard look at D'Angelo Russell. I'm sure they are. Their point guard is Terrence Mann. And I love Terrence Mann. But if my starting point guard is Terrence Mann and I have these two players named Kawhi and Paul with last names of Leonard and George, personally, I don't feel great about that. Reggie Jackson was like 18-4-4 player last year. And it's just not the same Reggie Jackson. Although he shows flashes here and there. What is Reggie Jackson's age? Could it be age related? But still, regardless, you want to improve it. You want to improve that situation. I know there's a famous baseball athlete also named Reggie Jackson, and that's what happens when you look up Reggie Jackson. Did not know that. Reggie's a very decent backup, yeah. And once playoff time comes, he kind of seems like he always elevates to the next level. Reggie's 32, so I think they have interest in Naz Reid as well, but all signals from Minnesota have been that Naz Reid's not going to be moved. Wow, okay. Wow, that is surprising to me. Wow, man, he's on an expiring. Minnesota, what are those standings looking like again? Minnesota might be looking at this deadline and being like, all right, let's make maybe a move, one move, max 2 moves. Oh, they're 9th now. I mean, they're still 6-4 in their last 10. I don't know quite how I feel. Obviously it's more for next year, but if Naz Reid's on an expiring contract, it's crazy. Like, they're 2 games away from having a home game. The one thing I'm thinking of, though, is a lot of these teams, I think their window is closing. All year we've been talking about how, they're 3 games away from being, the 4th seed. Like, we've talked about that all freaking year. I don't think the Nuggets are going anywhere. I don't think anybody else thinks the Nuggets are going anywhere. I don't think the Grizzlies are going anywhere. I don't think the Sacramento Kings are going anywhere. I guess maybe if there was going to be a team that fell a little bit, it could be Sacramento just due to their youth. But I think they've done such a phenomenal job this year. I have a hard time believing that would happen. So then you take a look at the Clippers. Okay, well, the Clippers have won 8 of their last 10. They just came back from the crazy impressive road trip where they were just doing nothing but winning. And now they're just like that. They're 5 games above 500. They're sitting at 31-26. And, okay, yeah, maybe the Clippers could fall back. Well, I don't see that happening. And even if they do, you have the Phoenix Suns at 30-26, right there, half a game behind them, with Devin Booker, who just came back, and I have Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, who came back recently. I also have Mikal Bridges. Okay, so then you have the Dallas Mavericks. They just got Kyrie. So it's like, if you're a team like, don't even forget about Golden State. But if you're a team like, honestly, any of the ones I mentioned, and, Golden State, New Orleans, Minnesota, I also throw in Utah and Thunder and, the Blazers, your time period, your time frame with the ability to get into that 4th seed it's very limited. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Or like, oh shoot. Right. Oh no.
I'm so mad.
I'm saying the Clippers are so good now, and they're not going anywhere, and I don't think the Phoenix Suns are going anywhere either. And
okay, if you're about to start talking good shit about the Phoenix Suns, please leave this chat.
I'm just saying they're fully healthy. D-Book's back now. If
You
you're
hate
a team like Minnesota, well, I'm talking about Minnesota not trading away Naz Reid or the Naz Reid, whatever. All the trade rumors for Minnesota is all year it's been like, okay, we're only a couple of games away from having a home seed playoff game, and that's shrinking, and it's shrinking fast. And the window is almost completely wide shut if you're a team like Minnesota.
Okay, I don't know if the window is completely shut because, like, the thought process is the whole window is Anthony Edwards' career.
Oh, yeah. Just this year.
But, yeah, I mean, but, like, if you're the Timberwolves, is this year the only year? No. For the Suns, there is more of a necessity to salvage the season because Chris Paul is getting up there in age. For the Timberwolves, it's kind of been a wash year. You still have Gobert under contract next year. You still got our boy Edwards under contract. The only guy really not under contract is D'Lo, which isn't the end of the world.
Nazarene.
Yeah, but again, we have Nathan Knight, who's been solid since he's been, playing more. And Nathan Knight's under contract. We gave Nathan Knight the same exact contract we gave Naz Reid 2 years ago. Basically, I guess now to replace Naz Reid. And Nathan Knight hasn't been bad. Dude, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
said
how
at the
to.
beginning of the show, I said, I think Ciro posted something at like a very late or a very early time for me, like early enough. It was on Snapchat. You posted something, and it was like, that's
Yeah, so
probably not gonna happen that well most of the time. Like,
it was
I
3
wouldn't
in
be
the morning, and
surprised.
I watched
Yeah,
a movie from the 1930s. Okay,
yeah,
at
that's
3 in the
4 a.m. my
morning.
time.
Yeah, so at 4 a.m. his time, I put on a movie from the 1930s called Hell's Angels by Howard Hughes. And that's where
How
we're
was
at.
it?
It was good, dude. It was good. It was a lot better than you would have thought.
It's black and white.
Yeah, completely.
Black and white movies aren't bad.
No, they're not. This one was is one of the first movies to ever have sound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's nuts.
Yeah, so for me, it's mixed season, yeah. So I mean, it's good. Howard, 3 people died in the filming of it. Howard Hughes fractured his skull because the stunt director told him the airplane scenes were too dangerous, so he just got in the plane and started flying it himself. I mean,
That sounds like Hugh Hefner. Is that the Playboy guy?
no, that is Hugh. That is
sounds like
Hugh.
Batman.
Howard Hughes is
1930.
basically one of the richest guys to ever live.
Oh, wow.
Not even kidding. Richer than Bill Gates. The only person he's up
Is he
there with
richer than a Rothschild?
he's basically as rich as he's richer than the Rothschilds, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, he has I think from 1930 to 1940 or 1920 to 1940, he was the richest man of all time for 20 years. That's how much his wealth was.
Oh, wow.
But he invented so much. He wasn't even an inventor. It's just what he did. But either way, what'd you talk about? So I see you talked about Caleb Thomas.
Yeah, I got to put it in the bio.
You talk about the fight that Michael Porter Jr. is back.
Yeah, he's back.
Michael Porter Jr. has been balling.
Oh, I did not talk about the Nuggets actually. Yep. You see the title?
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr., 30 points.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters in the league. So
I also want to go with the argument that Michael Porter Jr. is way better than his stats show. Also, it's crazy to think that he averaged 9 points his rookie season, 19.5 his sophomore season, 9.9 his junior year, and now 16.5 his fourth year in the league. And the best part is that this 16.5 is only because he's put in a box almost, you could say, because they have 9 dudes, 10 dudes, it feels like, scoring double digits. Bruce Brown, all right, Bones Highland, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Contavious Caldwell Pope all score double digits. How is Michael Porter Jr. supposed to score double digits? In 20, score 20 points if they're all scoring double digits.
I mean, their best offensive rating. I'm gonna just look at it. Yeah, I mean, they only have 6 without Bones. Only 6. 6 is good because you still have 2 20-point scorers. Right?
Yeah.
But the Bones Highland situation is, I don't know. I always feel like I'm not going to see a trade. I was talking about OG earlier, and I feel like probably the next time I look at my phone later in the day, Bones Highland will be traded, or OG will be traded, or some type of trade will happen. Yesterday was so lame. It was unbelievable how lame it was.
Yeah,
Thoughts
that's
on
just
Edmond to the Spurs.
Or what do you mean? What about Kessler Edwards? Kessler Edwards to the Kings.
Yeah.
Also, can we say that if she says her baby daddy's on Sacramento, I will like to say I was the one who figured it out. I've been on the Kessler Edwards propaganda Everyone thinks Blake Griffin's the baby daddy for Lana Rhodes. It's Kessler
Oh,
Edwards.
is she from? Is that where she lives?
No, I don't know.
Oh, well, so how does that? Oh, you're
Because
just
she's
saying.
yes,
Yeah,
because
you're
Lana
just saying.
Rhodes says that her baby daddy's a Nets player from last season's roster.
Oh, did she really?
Yes, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
No, I
Lana
don't
Rhodes.
keep up with porn stars news.
Yes.
Kessler, yeah, wow, okay. Dang, you know what? That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You look up.
Now
Why is
you're
nobody
searching up
talking
porn
about
star
that?
knows.
No, I'm looking up Kessler Edwards. Why is
Yeah.
nobody talking about this?
Because he basically was traded, and then after they traded for Kessler Edwards, they're like, oh, by the way, Kessler Edwards still has to earn an opportunity on the Kings. So now he's to play 2 games for the Stockton Kings, and if he doesn't play well, they're cutting him.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm like partially dead ass. Like that's what Woj's tweet says.
Look,
Look, let me pull this up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of funny, kind of not. You're just there, and you're just like, damn, bro. They just traded for Kessler Edwards, and they're like, but wait. First off, Las Vegas Aces are under an investigation by the WNBA for making under the table payments to both current and players and free agents. Hey, Dario Saric.
Traded for LeBron James.
McSeason's Brazzers. Dude. No. Jashawn Tate is on the Celtics, Nuggets, Suns, Wizards all radar. Matisse Thybulle will be moved before Thursday's 3 p.m. Thursday deadline. Wait, when did the deadline become 3 p.m.? I thought it was
1981.
I thought it was
I'm
always
just
4.
kidding. I don't know. It might have been 4. It used to might have been 4. I don't know because I'm not used to Eastern time. It's 3 Eastern, right?
Yeah. Dude, all the LeBron stuff is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, you're annoying. Everyone's hating on it.
No, it's not. It's not annoying. It's like I'm trying to go through my feed and all it tells me is LeBron. Like, and I know that. You know what I mean? That's what I.
Random person you follow on Twitter saying, "Goat, King."
Like, it's not annoying in the sense that like it's awesome, but like it's annoying that I'm trying to get through my Twitter and it's everyone like LeBron James, get your popcorn ready. I was just like, bro, I was there. Nah, I wasn't there, but like I watched it live.
You just got back from the flight. Gas.
Yeah. What the fuck was okay? Right here. Here's the tweet. The Nets are finalizing a trade to send Kessler Edwards and cash to the Kings. Sources tell the Nets save $8 million in salary and luxury tax and open up a roster spot. Edwards still has to approve the trade because he's only 1 year bird rights restriction thing in his deal. Edwards is expected now to approve the trade. Kings are intending to give Edwards an opportunity to play with their G League affiliate. But with 2 days to go until the trade deadline, Edwards' future will remain fluid.
Okay, so are they saying like he could be a flip, possibly?
I just waved.
Okay.
Just a big old fuck you.
I mean, he's 22. He's almost didn't. He's middle second round, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. Ooh, I want to see if there's any other breaking news.
Or I'm gonna go with this as a dud. Dud deadline. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but like I don't know if OG goes.
This
Lowry,
is
no
yes.
Joe, no Conley, no Russ. Like,
yes,
it's
a dud deadline.
But then you have journalists saying this is going to be the craziest deadline of all time.
That's because we need people to sell. That's our fucking job.
We need clicks.
We need fucking clicks. That's why sports journalism isn't the most what would be the word? Ethical journalism. But with that being said, I personally believe that most deadlines are duds. People don't realize most deadlines are not a Carmelo Anthony trade deadline. Most, you're not going to see a D'Lo, Andrew Wiggins, Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving. That shit doesn't happen usually.
They are in 2K.
Go to your 2K if you want to see that. But those deals are deals too big. They only happen if like ownership or somebody's really pushing for it to happen.
Or like Kyrie demands a trade.
Yeah, I like Kyrie. Like I think we saw our big trade. That was the trade, the Kyrie trade.
Okay.
And I don't.
Well, Spurs could be buyers. One domino has fallen. They need the rest to fall.
The only trade I see happening, Bones Highland, Matisse Thybulle,
Matisse.
Maybe Jay Crowder. What up, Rocket? News.
Oh yeah, Jay Crowder. Yeah, Eric Gordon.
But the thing is, after I said Jay Crowder, I just feel like people are just going to force him to buy out. Like, why do you think Terrence Ross isn't getting talked about? Because Magic said they're going to buy him out. Like, once the team finds out you're going to buy out a guy, they're like, okay, we're done negotiating with you. See you in buyout. Like, why negotiate with the team that you know they're going to buy out the player?
Well, I've already explained my logic to that, but
unless you want unless you want first dibs.
Yeah. Which I think that's why the Bucks are making moves for Jay Crowder, because like Jay Crowder could be a swing. Swing player on a championship team. So
I agree.
Yeah, Terrence Ross. I mean, it would be awesome if trades just started firing off, but I feel this way most trade deadline years at the same time. So,
I can't breathe out my nose for some reason. Most trade deadlines are boring. I mean, the final hour, final 2 hour, there'll be a second where like 4 trades will be announced in like a 5-minute span.
Yeah, okay. They are Shams and Woj. They kind of like, what was that last year, especially where they just rapid fired, and then there was nothing else.
Yeah, what was that? That was last year.
Skip class, and it's like this is it. This is all we.
It's like they held the information, and then they both decided to like spend like 11 a.m. dropping the tweets, and then everyone was just like.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm a team, I'm like, let me get Jay Crowder. Let me get D Rose if I'm the Bucks. If I'm getting rid of George Hill, like if you're a championship team, you're probably more looking at all these vets than your
Derrick Rose to the Bucks is hard money wise. Do I think Jayshawn Tate's gonna get moved at the deadline? No. He's unless it's an Eric Gordon deal.
Yeah, and they got offered like a first and a young player or something.
Or if it's like huge salary and like they need to like combine Jayshawn Tate and Eric Gordon to take on like, for example, like if it was D'Angelo Russell, Not that I would do that deal, but
am I getting a first or something?
Yeah, I'm so mad that I fell asleep.
Were you planning on staying awake the whole time?
No, I just meant to wake up. Take my wrist.
School today.
School. Taking my wrist out. I'm not getting a cast. I refuse to cast. I'm staying in a brace. I get a second x-ray on Monday to see how I've healed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because if I get a brace, I lose muscle mass. No, but like serious, it just means I would have to go through a more intense rehab if I get a cast. But if you don't get a cast, my shit won't shrink. It's so itchy right now because I just slept with this brace on.
Oh wow. Does it like smell too?
No. But I definitely, dude, I'm like untangling my arm here. Like, first off, I don't know if you can tell.
I actually can't.
Like, it's a little red right here, but like, it's just more swollen. I have like no, like, look at this. It's just straight. Here, there's a little bit more like.
Do side to side.
Yeah, like.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think it's because you just told me that.
But you could tell the difference.
I think
Like
so.
one.
All right, Thomas, we got Doc Thomas down here. We got Nova.
Thomas.
It's not Nova Scotia. We got
Nova Scotia.
Is it Nova Scotia?
It
We
is
got
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia Batman in the chat.
Nova Scotia Batman.
So I'll trust him.
All right, let's play Pirtle.
Damn straight, I'm watching the Kyrie Irving debut tonight.
Oh yeah,
Just picked
watch
up
it.
Josh Green, and that's Jordan Clarkson.
Try it.
You're thinking Shea, aren't you?
Shea. Wait, he's a center. Wait, no, Moses Brown.
Wait, what does that first one say? Oh no, it was a guard. Why'd you think center? Because he's over 6'5". Oh jeez.
I thought it all. Dude, I don't know how you do this on my. Do you have to go full screen, or do you do?
I'm on a different tab. I'm on a completely different tab.
No, when you're in my.
What?
Oh, you moved to New Brunswick? Wait, you live in. Wait, TP, you live in New Jersey now?
I think New Brunswick's also in Canada.
It's really?
I think so.
I was. You enjoy this? How does it feel to be producer? You hate it.
It's stupid. I don't even. I don't do any more producing when I'm the producer because everything I download on the internet comes out as like a web G or whatever it's called, or like a web X or whatever it is, and not a JPEG. And I'll like try like 5 different pictures, and I'll be live at the same time, and I'm like, oh, this one's not a JPEG, not a JPEG, not a JPEG, not a JPEG.
Yeah, so why don't you just click the picture, press open image, a new tab, and then go share tab, present a tab.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's cues up the music.
Oh wow, this is our Pirtle music.
Yeah, this is lo-fi.
Wait, no, this is yeah, that's the Pirtle music.
And then night driving is our exit.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. It's a really good one.
I figured it out. I got the tunes we need.
It's like a Minecraft edition.
It almost. I actually exactly know. We did search that up. The largest covered bridge in the world, Thomas. One episode. I do remember that, like vividly, that we stopped and we both searched that up. So you're moving to Sarasota?
I don't know. I'm open.
A house for $1,600 a month?
I don't think that. I don't feel too optimistic. That's.
You get like they're like, yeah, but we have to sodomize you once a month. leave the back door open.
Yeah, like by the way, that's a VR world. So I don't know. I don't care where you live, but this is a VR world. So
get fucked, bro. All right, you're playing for today?
I don't know.
All right, you suck.
Try and figure out how to do good on YouTube again, probably.
Oh, you're saying in New Brunswick. I was like, what are you talking about, Travis Perry? I was just so confused. Yeah, I would personally never live in Canada. I've actually never visited Canada. That's a lie. I've been to Niagara Falls. Actually, that's a lie. I did not go on the Canada side. So
I've seen Canada.
I have seen Canada. Yeah. All right. It's 9:15. I should probably get ready for school.
Same.
Cheers.
So yeah, I'm gonna do what you do. Just keep